Tá com o padre por quê, Zazá? Cara, foi uma escolha, cara. Foi uma escolha. Cara, foi até uma escolha boa que eu lutei pra caralho, velho. Ô, Cix, eu quero fazer uma pergunta, mas, porra, aí vai ser spoiler, porque acho que tem gente que não viu, velho. Ai, cara, eu quero tirar umas dúvidas, velho. Ah, deixa, porra, queria falar. Mas é como você matando todo mundo. Cara, eu não matei todo mundo, não, cara. Os caras que, porra. Ah, velho, se eles tiverem enforcado ele, eu vou ficar muito triste, velho. Manda no zap.
Damn it, where do you think you... Hey, I told you quite clearly to stay in the forest. You're welcome to anything you find up top, but stay away from here.
God be with you, lad. I'm not one of those corpse looters.
Listen, one more step and it'll be your last, old man.
Calm down. I don't want any trouble.
Ô, chat.
I'm looking for someone.
Oh?
Chat do
And who do you serve?
The Lord God, my son. And wine, every now and again.
Não, relaxa,
Or
não
ale.
esquenta não.
I'm not fussy.
What are you saying? You're a priest? You don't look like no priest.
I hear that a lot.
Alguém que tá acompanhando o Sim jogar o Kingdom Come tá aí,
So
velho? Tá
who are you
acompanhando o
looking
Sim?
for, father?
I'm looking for my friends. And I want to make sure they aren't among the dead.
Não sei se o Sim tá aí, velho.
Can you take me to your commander?
All right, follow me. Eric can decide what to do with you.
Move it, idlers. Bury them properly so the wild animals don't get to them.
Eric!
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be on guard at the mill. I made it quite clear. I want that fucking rabble kept out of here.
Na parte do Sinks, lá tem uma parte que ele tem que... O Henry tem que interrogar um cara, né? Lá pro Bego lá. E aí, ele descobre algumas coisas. E aí ele tem essas coisas que ele descobre, ele vai falar pro Bego. Uma delas, ele pode omitir essa informação interessante ou falar ela. O Six omitiu essa informação ou ele falou essa informação? Porra, aí fudeu, né? É a parte do Semini, cara. Eu não sei se o Six interrogou o cara até o ponto de falar. Aí agora ficou... Aí eu não sei. Então, aí tem a parte... Não, caralho. É porque tem a parte do interrogatório. Lá, aí você descobre lá que o moleque, né, fez merda pra caralho. Eu falei a informação e ele matou... Pô, não matou todo mundo. Eles atacou lá, mas eu consegui salvar o pessoal importante. Alguns morreram, foda-se, coadjuvante. Mas os caras tá vivo. E eu queria saber se o Six também fez, separar pra atacar lá. Porra,
Who's this? Your pa?
No, sir. He says he's a priest, and he's looking for someone. So I thought...
Quiet! You, speak! Who are you? And who are you looking for?
Godwin. I'm a priest and I'm looking for my friend.
Não, eu só quero saber se o Sinks deu informação ou não deu informação do Semini. Tá lá, você descobre lá o Semini, descobre. E aí ele perguntou, aí ele deu informação do Semini ou não deu informação do Semini pro Bergo? Essa é a minha parada.
Or their bodies.
And what exactly do you want from me?
O que aconteceu
I'd
aqui?
like to ask what happened here.
What do you think? A battle is what happened, and the best side won. Us. Now I've got to clear up this mess.
Sorry, this might sound stupid, but I've just arrived and I've no idea what's going on here. Who did you defeat?
The cream of the local fiefdom. That bastard von Burgo threw everything he had at us, but it wasn't enough.
Now that I've introduced myself, I'm keen to know who you might be.
You may have introduced yourself, but I don't know why I should believe you. Whoever heard of a priest with a sword under his belt?
I get your point. De omnibus est dubitandum. Let's just say I'm whatever I need to be at the moment. A priest, a warrior, a tireless lover. After all, the Lord helps those who help themselves, eh?
Well, you know how to preach. Maybe you really are a priest.
It looks like you crushed them badly. Did you leave any survivors?
I don't think so. So if your pals were against us, you'll find them in that pit there.
I hope not. I don't think you'd throw a nobleman into any old hole.
Nobleman?
Aye, a nobleman. I'm looking for the Lord of Perkstein and his page.
The Lord of Perkstein?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and Henry of Skalitz.
The captain took some prisoners with him, but I've no idea if it's them.
You'd better hope it is.
Right then. My name's Eric, and I'm in command here.
Excellent, Eric. I'd like to see the prisoners. Will you take me to your captain?
We'll see. Have you brought a ransom?
I still don't know if they're dead or alive. So first, I want to see them.
Right, fellas, we'll finish this. If you want to keep your head on your
Deu
shoulders,
merda, cara.
clear
Deu
off on the
merda,
double.
velho.
You!
Deu
Aye,
merda.
me. Unluckily for you, I changed my mind. We're not going to share with
Cara, eu acho que eu
anyone.
posso falar, né?
What's this
Então,
about? Do you know them?
I bumped into them in the forest.
Vitais, obrigado pela
They were
rádio, obrigado
robbing
pelo
the
host.
dead.
Beijo, BBB. Pessoal que veio do Vitais, sejam
Did you
todos
hear what I
bem-vindos. viu?
fucking
Fiquem à
said?
vontade,
Get
sempre em
lost,
casa.
or it'll end badly.
I won't take orders from
É
you,
nóis.
you dog! We're outnumbered, but we can take them. And then I'll take you to our prisoners. Deal?
If we survive.
Let's see if you're as good with that sword as with your tongue. Come on then, you assholes!
Chat, quem puder seguir o Vitais, me segue aí. Pera aí, caralho, calma aí. Calma, irmão. Calma aí, vamos conversar. Por que vem dois em mim? Pera. Isso, vem dois. Vem dois que vai ser o ataque mestre, meu. Vem. Pode vir. Ai, cara, fudeu, não. Esqueci que o padre não tem. Essa doeu? Doeu, né? Doeu. Ai, caralho. Eita, padre vai de F, velho. Puta que pariu. Porra, eu não posso usar em combate, sério isso? Cara, que porra é essa que eu não posso usar em combate?
We'll finish this quick.
Vai, você consegue. Pera aí que eu vou bater aqui atrás dele. Vai na frente e bate atrás. Isso, boa, caralho. Parceria, caralho. Vambora. Vai na frente e bate atrás.
Fortune is on my side.
Nossa, eu levei uns dano gostosos, hein, velho. Né? Posso me curar agora, velho? Vocês deixam? Ai, tamo junto, pessoal. Seja bem-vindo, pessoal. Quem pudesse dar aquela força, aquela moral. Incrível. É algo simples e fácil que você pode fazer. É seguir o canal aí pra dar aquela força. Segue lá o Vitais. Vê a livezinha dele. Se gostar, continua seguindo, continua assistindo. Se não, infelizmente tira ou não, né? Mas isso aí não custa nada. Só pra dar aquele apoio lindo e maravilhoso que vocês podem fazer. Cara, eu roubei a armadura à toa, cara. Não pode trocar de roupa, velho.
Swine!
Caralho.
I owe you one, old man.
Então, né, velho? Você me deve o cu. Salvei de um jeito gostoso. Deve ter o cu, se quiser. Pera aí, deixa eu tirar essa tela vermelha da cara. Que puta que pariu. Ô, Loki. Eu acho que posso perguntar, Loki.
Fucking hell! You see what happens when you can't be asked to obey orders?
But Eric, it was...
Shut up! I'll deal with you later.
Hein?
Fuck! That was something!
Então, foi a escolha que eu fiz, cara.
They got what they had coming, the fucking
Nossa,
thieves!
foi a escolha que eu
I'd say it's
fiz.
God's punishment. Requiem aeternam dona
Eu achei que tava
eis
certo.
Domini.
Pô,
You really know how to wield a sword? Tell me, where did you learn to fight like that? And leave God out of it this time?
In the Battle of Kosovo.
nossa, o pato
I
tá cheio de
did a bit of
sangue.
traveling when I was young. and lopped up a few Turkish heads along the way.
And you settled down in your old age.
Till recently, I was the parish priest in Ujits, near Sasau.
Sasau?
Looks to me like you're going to need a bigger hole for the bodies.
We're not gonna dig graves for those fuckers.
Cara, não matei não porque a minha escolha ali ajudou os caras e eles acabou fugindo, velho. O foda eles podiam ter saído livre ali, mas porra, eu achei que era certo, cara.
Leave them to rot without a Christian burial. Nobody deserves that. Not even enemies. And besides, those corpses could attract wolves from the forest.
Sod the wolves. Let them fill their bellies.
Anyway, what about our agreement?
Still on?
Ah, foda-se o camareiro,
I'll
ninguém
take
se
you to the
importava com
castle,
ele, ele tinha
so
gosto
you can
estranho,
talk to
tipo o
the
Jeff,
captain.
velho.
He always appreciates a good warrior.
What castle?
Ninguém gostava do camareiro. Que velho com gosto
Castle
peculiar,
might be a
velho.
strong word for it.
Certeza que ele gostava que alguém cagava nele, velho. Certeza, velho.
So tell me, Godwin, why are you looking for those two anyway?
Oh, they're my friends. I hadn't heard from them for a long time, so I set out to find them.
Surely a priest can't leave his parish just like that, can he?
As I said, I'm kind of working for myself right now.
Did you upset the bishop?
A bit. But the bishop was the least of...
Look, that's Nabokov up on the left. It's got a commanding view of the whole valley. Now tell me, do you ride as well as you wield a sword? Let's see. I'll race you there. Yeah!
Ok.
Quick!
Caralho, vou ter que correr com esse cara. Ok, eu esqueci que eu preciso apertar... Nossa, cara. Cara, esse tutorial da minha cara, velho.
Quick! Yeah!
Chupa, cara. Ih, ó.
Well now, you're a fine horseman as well.
Bibiana might look like any
Treinei
old
muito na
nag,
última corrida.
but there's more to her than meets the eye.
Bit like you. In any case, welcome to Nabokov. We'll leave the horses here. Not to worry, our boys will take good care of them.
A very nice fortress. How did you manage to take it?
In a moment, you can ask the captain yourself.
I can't wait. Wait here for me, Bibiana. I'll be back soon. And maybe I'll have the two little blighters with me.
Bibiana. Cara, duvido muito que eles soltem o Capão e o Harry. Ele tá vivo preso com eles lá, velho.
Where's the chief? I brought him a guest.
Just now he's interrogating some captives.
Call him.
I believe they're still alive. You're in luck.
I hope so.
Ah,
What is it, Eric?
Olha aí, ó.
I'm busy.
This here is Father Goodwin. For a priest, he's handier with a sword than most of your men. He helped us against some bandits. And he's looking for Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Well, well. This is quite a turn-up. I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your Istvan. Now I think I want to have a chat with you. Go and wait for me in the tower.
Ih, será que ele descobriu? O Istvan tava no lado do Sigismund? E do Bergo?
God be with you, Captain. I expect you're the master of this fortress.
You surmise correctly. Who are you?
And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
As your man-at-arms Eric said, I'm Father Godwin. I'm in the service of Hanush of Lipa, and I'm looking for his nephew.
Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest? You don't look the part.
Nunca aparece, né, velho?
Ne credas aurum, quid resplendent ut aurum. Perhaps not, but I am. And who are you, sir?
You don't need to know my name. I'm a knight, and that should be enough for you.
Conversing with a man without knowing his name.
Aí
is a
vem,
little
mandou ali, ó, Arumbarus,
Sophie,
Caraptaru.
Am I to understand,
Né, só
Sir
latim.
Knight, that young Lord Capon is alive and well and is in your captivity here?
You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am. I don't have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me.
It doesn't
Oh,
pay to
Harry.
underestimate that one. He's one of the few who can hold his own with me, whether sword fighting or boozing.
Boozing? You're a proper priest, then.
Unfortunately, the bishop had other ideas.
I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history. Am I right?
Indeed. But this isn't the time or place for recounting adventures. You have my friends, and I want them back. So what do we do about that?
Straight to the point, eh? You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose?
First of all, I'd like to see them, to make sure they're safe and sound as you claim.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
The
Are we
word of an
bandido?
unknown knight? That's as much use to me as a...
As the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me.
Well, let me put it another way, Sir Knight. I don't know what happened here exactly, who you are, or what your quarrel with Otto von Bergau is, but I guarantee you that those two greenhorns won't interfere with your plans, and you've no reason to hold them.
I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress, and they were the most dogged of all his men. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify.
I've no idea how they got mixed up in everything, but they only came here to deliver a message. As you no doubt well know, Lord von Bergau is on the opposite side of the Lord of Lipa. So if that pair joined up with him, they must have had a damn good reason for it, believe me. But that's by the by. It's over and done with. Release them. I'll take them away and Sir Hanush will be in your debt.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew?
How much do you have in mind?
You're not even able to name a figure. What kind of negotiator are you?
I'm not a negotiator. I have a task to fulfill, and that's what I intend to do. I was afraid at first that if anyone was going to hold them captive, it'd be von Bergau, and I'd have to party with him. Ah, well. Man proposes, and God disposes.
This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. How am I to know you're not von Bergov's spy? Maybe I should throw you in the same cell with that pair.
Excellent! At least I'd get to see them with my own eyes, and not have to put up with any more horse shit from a lying cyclops!
Enough! To hell with you! You've got no ransom, and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll let you leave in one piece.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
Eu vou lutar com ele?
Rebellion! They're attacking!
Caralho, esse padre.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Esse padre é foda, velho. Eita, ele é bom
Looks like
também.
you know how to use a blade.
Fighting Turks will teach you that.
Hungary?
Kosovo.
If you help me, I'll let them go.
Caralho, será que esse é o seco que acontece agora, velho? No começo do jogo? Ah, porque o Gordon tá aí, né? Será que é esse o momento?
Up and at them!
Eita,
Kill
caralho.
them to the last man!
Oh, cadê? Eu preciso de cura. Eita porra.
Come on! Let's see what you're made of!
Eu tô apanhando.
Fucking awesome!
Meu Deus, eu tô apanhando pra caralho, velho. Meu Jesus. Cara, você tem uma curinha aí, não? Caralho, alguém tá dando tiro. Ui, foi outro. Ui, caralho. Vai, velho. Foi outro. Vambora. Meu Deus. Não morre não, cara. Deus, morre.
It'll be over in it.
Né?
Whether you're a priest or not, I have to
Tudo,
admit,
velho. Boa noite, meu
you're
querido.
damned handy with a sword.
Likewise. But what the hell was that all about?
It looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toff and that Eric of his.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captive, quick, before it's too late!
E aí, God? Deus tag novo, velho. E aí,
I
galera?
hope Hanush has enough. As for you, well, we'll see about you.
Ó, o arrombado fantoche.
You! Tough! You swine! You're lucky I can't get to you, you treacherous cunt! Bark at me, you dog! Who the hell do you think you are? Where's my sword? Who is this? Madman! Surely you're not going to listen to some vagabond? What, you think you should listen to Sigismund bitch?
Caralho, filho da puta. Pera aí, porra. Deixa eu acabar a cena dos negócios.
Enough!
Cinemático.
What's he talking about?
You clearly don't know your own men. Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows!
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered!
Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
We'll see about that.
Shishka, you want it at the gate?
Shit, I'm not done with you yet.
Ih, filho da puta. Me fudeu também, caralho. Arrombado.
What do you want here, you swine?
I'm doing what I do best, and you're getting in my way again. Fate, I suppose. We have the same fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the spot.
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake, Yaramir. A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zizka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Burgau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Burgau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zizka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zizka's trust and stop his perfidious raiding once and for all. Unfortunately, getting away from here in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now. In any case, you wouldn't be alive without me. Believe me, sir.
Caralho, o Otto já sabia, velho. O Bagger lá, ó. O Bagger. Cadê minha espada?
Where's my sword? Your sword? You're still bothered about that? It's only a piece of iron. I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though. Beautiful work. His last.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get as a chance of getting out of here alive. It's certainly not you.
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Burgov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the time being, wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
I'll be free before you know it.
And how do you intend to get out of here?
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom for you?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zizka would have to be out of his mind to release you.
Really? People like Zizka know coin is more important than revenge. You can't pay a band of mercenaries with nice feelings. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zizka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my time will come.
Ok. Eu percebi, caralho.
Are you afraid?
I'm gonna get you.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you. He's more likely to rip your gut open. And I'll be glad to help him.
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
I think he was looking for this.
A espada do meu pai, velho.
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell!
Osh!
Eric! We're just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
There's always time for this.
No!
Oxi!
We've got to flee now!
Foi isso, velho? Oi, que foi isso, chat? Hã? Isso foi flashback que ele teve?
When we meet again.
Cara, isso foi flashback?
What the fuck was that? Fuck it!
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen.
It's Godwin!
You know, I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home. Can't you even deliver a letter?
tamo junto com ele, velho. Pera aí, chat. Não. Não consigo botar configuração.
I will get those fuckers. They're riding to Trusky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you? When you came at me with von Bergov's army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier. And weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain.
Cara, não consigo.
You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov,
Olha o
also
Jan,
known as
cara.
Zizka. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence.
Yes.
We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
We know about his past, but it seems he's changed his mind and sided with King Wenceslas. After all, we came here to try to make Lord von Bergov and the League of Lords turn against Sigismund.
Jobst can be very convincing, and then all of a sudden his dagger's in your back. I've seen him twist and turn so many times that I don't believe a word he says. Be that as it may, what you said means we, here and now, really are on the same side.
Aye. But what I want to know is how it came about that instead of delivering a letter, those boys joined our enemy.
Von Bergov maneuvered us into it. It was easy to win us over. Zizka here attacked us first, and then von Bergov. And Istvan was with him too.
And Istvan was actually working for von Bergov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard, Zizka?
When I came here, I was putting together a band, and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others.
You recruited him? Just like that?
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
Qual é a sua tarefa, Gis?
If you're in Sokol's service, as you said, what exactly is it you're doing for him?
Waging war, as you've no doubt noticed.
There's a fine line
it.
between waging war and marauding.
As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. We're making life difficult for the traitors who are in league with Sigismund. And Otto von Bergov is traitor-in-chief.
Faz sentido. E por que vocês nos
Well, I
atacaram?
understand you were out to harm von Bergov. But why did you attack us, for God's sake?
We saw you meet up with his garrison. It looked like a friendly encounter, so we figured you were with von Bergov.
You killed all my men. They were good lads.
And you killed my men. Though some of them were far from good.
War is a nasty business, Captain. What happened, happened. And it's a burden we all have to bear.
Cara, os caras morreu à toa, velho. Porra, uma veia, né, cara? Caneca.
Yeah, war is a nasty business. Men kill each other, I get that. But your men wanted to rape innocent women. There at the pond.
Nobody
Catarina,
raped
né?
anybody. I personally made sure of that.
Well, that is true. You killed one of your own.
Like I said, in my trade, you don't work with the best, but the worst. It's hard to keep them reined in sometimes, but I do my best, as you saw with your own eyes.
Você conhece a
Do you
Catarina?
know Catherine?
Who?
The girl from by the pond, for whose sake you killed your own man.
No.
You killed your own man to protect a woman you don't know.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Nobody has tried anything of the sort since, so they got the message.
Ah, sei não, viu, velho? Não sei não. Tava rolando aquela conversa do Van Bogle e o moleiro safado com o Harry e Capon, contando toda a parada que eles iam invadir Nebeck. Quem tava ouvindo a conversa era a Catherine, cara. Eu acho que a Catherine é parceira desse cara, velho, porque ela ouviu a conversa e foi lá e avisou eles, e eles fizeram uma armadilha para o Van Bogle para matar o exército do Van Gogh que ia atacar eles. Fizeram uma armadilha contra outra armadilha, velho. Certeza, cara, certeza, velho. Pô, ela ficou o tempo todo hora na parte da conversa explicando sobre a invasão, velho.
Did you want to kill von Bergov?
Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund. And we hit him where it hurt, believe me.
So you were doing the same as Toth was doing in Sasau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Bergov's?
I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why.
Harassing a bit? No offense, but you're a dabbler compared to him. Istvan took Talmberg Castle. He assembled a huge force and almost seized control of the entire Sasau region. The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief.
And did you?
I should say so.
You see then, this whole region also banded together against me. And did they stop me? And who did you say the dabbler was?
Why do you think Istvan joined you when he's on Sigismund's side?
That's a good question. Either he just needed coin and joined the first band he came across, and when he found out who I was, he secretly did an about-face and planned to double-cross us. Or he was already Sigismund's spy when he joined us. Anything's possible.
Acho que ele era espião o tempo todo, cara.
Why did Istvan let you ambush von Bergov instead of telling him you were at Nebukov? If he's on his side.
Well, that's not so mysterious. It all happened so fast that he didn't have time to do anything. What's more, I kept everyone inside the fortress before the battle. For that precise reason. So no idiot would give us away. Although it's true he wanted to avoid that battle. He tried to talk me out of it. And now we know why. While we're on the subject of Istvan, I understand you have some history between you.
Não é uma história muito agradável.
It's a pretty ugly story. As Lord Capon said, he went marauding in our Sasau region. He seized Talmberg Castle, imprisoned my father, and stole his sword. And his commander, Markvart, killed my mother and stepfather while they were raising our village.
That's a long list.
Como ficou sabendo desfiladeiro?
How did you manage to set that trap in the ravine so quickly? We only heard about the sortie the evening before.
I have my sources.
Come on. I think you can trust us after all that's happened, can't you?
I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord Capon. Don't trust anyone.
Pô, só em mim, porque eu salvei você outras vezes, cara.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Or would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time. A positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long, and I was wondering where I was going to live. So we made a deal that I'd go and check up on you.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too. For a while, I was worried I'd have to take you home in sex.
How did Semine come to join you?
Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. The same with the miller, though he had lots of other incentives as well. What actually happened to Semine?
Von Berghoff sent his men to take revenge on him. Both Jan and Olda are alive, but they had to flee. Henry and I helped them. It was a close shave. We burnt down the fortress to cover their escape, so von Berghoff wouldn't suspect anything.
Oh, thank God for that at least. They're good men, It would be a sad
Ó o
loss.
banheiro, chat.
What are we gonna do now?
Aí,
We
viu,
can't
viu?
stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Berghoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai. Wouldn't you like to join us, Zizka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see? Oh, and would you like me to take another look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a journey.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching?
Giving the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for a fallen man. War is a good teacher.
All right,
Caralho,
then.
velho.
You could look at the bandage for a start. The stench bothers me more than the pain.
Caralho.
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet.
É, eu tô sem
I'll
capacete,
hand out
vacilou,
orders
velho.
and come and join you in the fort. Sir Hans can take you there.
Acho que quando for lutar com espada, não luta sem capacete, velho. Ih, será que vai mostrar, velho?
Oh,
É, tá nada bom, acho.
shit!
Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
It started to fester. I'll have to clean that out.
Tá porra.
Just get it over with.
Ai, caralho. Tá espremendo, velho. Terminar a infecção.
Will you survive?
With God's help.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye. He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
We all do. We're leaving early in the morning before von Berghoff comes and kicks us out.
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed and no more fighting. And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it?
Ih, eu já encostei, filho. Já
If you really want to be useful, you can help Bluster load the cart.
I think I know where we're most needed now. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help. What can I do?
We should say a few words for those who can no longer hear anything. And dig their graves.
Ah, vou ter que
It's
fazer
been a hellishly long
sepultura.
day today. Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.
I'm sorry.
At least they now have eternal peace from everything. And they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
I couldn't help overhearing you talking about that tragedy in Samin. Was that also the choice of a lesser of two evils?
It's really a shame you didn't arrive earlier, Godwin.
Why? Do you think things would have turned out differently?
I don't know. Aldo was truly guilty, but to kill and to punish are two different things.
God gave us the power to punish. But we have to deal with our consciences ourselves.
Pera aí, chat. Deixa eu ver aqui se eu consigo... Pô, se eu consigo agora... usar o capacete aqui, velho. Se eu arrumar ele, talvez ele melhore, cara. Deixa eu ver, tem alguma coisa do arco pra arrumar? Tem. Dinheiro. Espadinha, sapateiro, não. Não sei se eu consigo colocar ele agora, velho. Vou colocar ele agora. Esse aqui é bem melhor que o meu, velho. É isso? O capacete é top, velho.
Don't watch out. You'll end up drowning in all that spilt blood.
Caraca, que doido, velho.
Maybe all these hardships will be for the best in the end.
Ah, chat, calma aí. Deixa meu personagem comer aqui. Cara, parece que tem dias que meu personagem não come, cara. Energia. Qual que recupera uma energia boa, velho? Vou colocar ele. Oh, consigo, velho. Cebolinha. O álcool que não seja bebida, cara. Quase comi o que eu não queria, velho. Algo de leves.
Everything has a reason. In the end, we're the lucky ones. We're still alive, unlike others, eh?
Some of them might have fallen even by my hand.
I understand. Trust me, it's all the same to them now. The best thing you can do for their souls, and yours, to find peace, is to dig graves for them. But enough of that. We still have another burning question here. Why didn't von Berghoff come with you to the battle in person?
He was expecting an important visitor. I just heard it was someone from Prague.
That doesn't help us at all. Prague is full of politicians and traitors. We're here!
No.
Would you please take care of those poor wretches and lay them to rest? In the meantime, I'll pray for salvation.
Exaudi rationem mea, ad te omnis caro menie. Lord, grant them eternal rest.
Pega o corpo, caralho.
Hosanna in excelsis. Lord, grant them eternal rest. Kyrie eleison. Christe eleison.
Caralho, ok.
Grant them eternal rest. Requiem.
Ah, é, velho. Valeu, tio. Boa noite, meu filho. Bom descanso. Tamo junto. Após um pouco de trabalho árduo. Os canais com coisa boa, velho. Só lixo, véio. Caralho, velho. Tô tentando soltar o cara, não consigo soltar o cara, velho. Pausa um pouco de trabalho árduo.
Do you know anything about Teresa from the Ratoi Mill?
You mean that nice girl who saved your life in the ruins of Skalitz?
Aye. If she hadn't shown up that time, Runt would have killed me. So do you know what she's up to?
Why? Did you promise her something?
Well, like you said, she's a kind girl and quite pretty as well.
Não,
I'd like
cara,
to see
tava
her again
enterrando
when we get back
os
to
caras que
Sasau.
lutou na
I
guerra,
didn't
velho.
hear anything new about her in these last few days since she left. But if she likes you, I'm sure she'll wait for you.
Beleza, né?
Who's looking after the church while you're here?
Well, whoever it is, it's no concern of mine.
Wait, so you weren't kidding? You aren't a priest anymore?
I'm afraid not. That little evening escapade of ours, and your sermon in the church, didn't escape the bishop's attention.
Ah. Someone turned you in, eh?
Let's just say I've had a running dispute with our bailiff for quite some time now. And what happened didn't help my case much.
So what are you gonna do now?
I don't know. Maybe I should earn a living getting people out of trouble.
Why not? You're good at it.
But I'm too old for that now.
Ah, that's called experience, Godwin. Do you know where I can sleep in the castle?
You'll find your bed in that tiny little hut, right past the gateway to the lower castle.
Do
Ok.
you think we did enough for those poor souls?
We did what was necessary.
That's good.
Deixa esse capacete que tira a viseira,
Oh,
velho.
come now, you're young. You can't be all that worn out. I have something that'll get your blood pumping.
Oh, Godwin, couldn't I... Can it wait?
No, wait. You'll see. It'll kick your arse for you.
I think I'll lie down and wait for it.
Come to the castle moat. I'll wait for you there.
Beleza. O que eu tenho que fazer? Qual fosse para falar com o Godwin? Cadê meu cavalo, velho? Bom é que eu tô suja aqui. Correr é foda, velho. Cara, esse pod é gigante, velho. Pô, falando nisso, eu upei alguma coisa. Pô, não upei nada, velho. Ai. Agora eu entendi, velho. Tá, entendi.
Well, are you ready? You really have to try this.
Cara, o que tá rolando aqui, velho?
What's going on?
This'll interest you. Our friend here will show you what his diabolical contraption can do.
It's called a pistol. You'll see something you've never seen before.
Olha aí,
With
eu
this
vou conseguir uma
contraption,
arma,
as you call
caralho.
it, you can shoot down a knight in armor, horse and all.
I've already seen what it can do. A weapon like that killed the Chamberlain this morning.
Let's not worry about that now, all right? You have a unique chance to try it out. From the right end for a change.
Tô assistindo.
Is that gunpowder I smell here?
That's right. It's Schwarzpulver, or gunpowder. It may stink, but it's damn flammable.
And pretty explosive if you don't know how to use it, eh?
Já tirou com uma agora.
Have you ever shot one, Godwin?
Me? Never. But at the Battle of Kosovo, I witnessed what damage bronze bells filled with black powder can do.
I've heard of those. Those must have been bombards. A terrible weapon of the Turkish Sultan.
How do you shoot with that?
It's not that hard, when you're careful.
Tá. Última versão mais curta.
But just tell me the most important details.
Shooting from a pistol isn't difficult. It has a barrel in the front, which is loaded with gunpowder, a ball, and wadding. As soon as it's loaded in that order, you put the gun under your shoulder and light it with a wick. But watch out for the recoil. It's awfully powerful, like being kicked by a horse.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad, does it, Henry?
We'll see about that.
Bombarda de mão. A bombarda de mão é uma arma moderna, aterrorizante, é lenta para carregar e tem mira imprecisa, mas em compensação tem grande poder de destruição e mete medo dos inimigos. Para disparar, você precisa ter o projeto equipado, seu espaço de munição. Segura para carregar uma bombarda de mão, segura para disparar e abastecer a pólvora, ok? Ok.
Let's try shooting.
Careful now. I don't want to have to go looking for all your pieces.
E aí, vocês testaram o Ring lá, curtiu?
That's
Vocês
true.
curtiu, velho?
So far, I've only had to have 2 fingers stitched back on.
Oxi.
But don't worry. I'm sure beginner's luck will protect you.
Maybe a prayer would help more.
Good idea. O merciful God, be kind and protect us so we don't blow our arses off. Amen.
So let's get to it.
Cara, isso vai dar uma merda. Meu Jesus. Nossa, olha o tempo de... não é tão demorado não, velho.
Look and learn.
Cara, cadê a mira disso aqui, velho? Cara, cadê a mira disso aqui, velho? Foi bom. Eu entendi mais ou menos a mira, velho.
My God, this really is a diabolical contraption.
Caralho, velho, difícil, velho.
Holy balls! What a racket! And that stench! Ah!
A cara do ruim.
It's got quite a kick, huh?
What a load of bollocks!
Hitting something with that would take a miracle.
It's a miracle we still have both our arms.
Aye. I once saw it rip a bloke's face off, along with half his body.
Such an accurate shot. From how many paces?
None. He was the one doing the shooting.
Sweet mother of Jesus.
Uma arma geralmente perigosa. Essa arma não tem futuro.
A diabolically dangerous weapon.
I told you so. This is the weapon of the future.
I'd like to see that.
No problem. I have one handgun here, and it's no good to placard anymore. Do you want it?
It's definitely not for me. Let the youngster here take it.
What?
Acho que eu vou ter uma,
Of course.
caralho.
Here you go. But
Ai,
I don't have much
caralho.
gunpowder left. So you'll have to find some yourself.
And if you have all
Ah, o
the
que
saints on your
fazer,
side,
velho?
it might not kill you straight off.
Thank you very much. I'll see what I can do with it.
All right, then. Thanks for the demonstration, Master. We have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow. I'm gonna hit the
Ó,
hay.
ganhei 20 bala ainda, velho.
You do what you want, but keep out of trouble. Got it?
Chat, agora eu tenho uma arminha, caralho. Nossa. Olha o dano dessa porra, velho. Caralho, velho. Cadê o... Pera aí, velho. Eu posso mandar aqui pro meu cavalo, velho. Não posso mandar pro cavalo? Dá pra deixar ela carregada, velho? Ah, dá pra deixar ela carregada, pô. O que tem aqui pro pai? O pai pode pegar alguma coisa? Aqui eu posso pegar, então, né? O que eu posso fazer aqui agora, velho? Pegue experimentos da carroça, tente seguir novos aliados e vá para o limite. Chat, mas é isso. Cara, muito bom, cara. Nossa, que jogo gostoso. Chat, se gostou daquele like, curte, compartilhe, se inscreva. Tamo junto. É nóis demais. Até a próxima. Valeu. Falou.